Entitled, "The Rules Don't Apply to Me," is a sentiment in the sport of boxing that is ever growing and overcoming the very natural essence of the sport itself. We are seeing time and time again where there are participants in the sport of boxing who just can't get along and can't get right. Welcome to Loon Coon Buffoonery, Part 23. Entitlement in boxing applies to those who seemingly operate within the realm of no rules. The policies that are imposed on the sport for its participants do not apply to them. There are only a handful of these subjects, but we see it so much, and it's so obvious that double standards stand out completely like a sore thumb. These men who are privileged and entitled are able to make mistakes, drastic mistakes. They're able to navigate around policies of anti-doping. They are able to avoid mandatory challenges and contenders. They slip through the cracks of when the sentiment of the public of what they crave, they walk away from it. All the while looking for us, the paying public, to help to continue to fortify their outrageous salaries. Where is that a good thing? When we're talking about the sport of boxing and these type of gentlemen, you see them. Some of them are very popular, well-known figures in the sport. Some of them have been champions a couple of times over. Some of them have even been unified, if not undisputed. But they're able to walk a path that everyone else is not held to that same standard and regard. This needs to stop. We need to talk about it. And each and every time out, we see an example of it. There is sentiment of covering up or not acknowledging what's transpiring. We've seen it recently when you talk about former heavyweight champion Tyson Fury being held out in public as a drunkard. This isn't the first time. And what was pretty much the media's coverage of it? Oh, you know, he had one too many. We've all done that. No, we all haven't done that. But when you're held to a certain standard, you should be able to have the discipline within yourself to hold yourself in check. And seeing that he has been often undisciplined within the sport and even outside, you could see the parallel of what his problem is. When you see the likes of Gervonta Tank Davis, held to no regards and no standards, but is able to speak no matter how ignorant and unintelligent, but he's respected and promote it. We're still waiting to see which anti-doping program he'll be enrolled in, because as it stands right now, we don't know him to be enrolled in any. And think about that for a moment. It's stories like that, and when fighters get in trouble, like Tyson Fury's recent circumstances, the media often overlooks them, gives them a break. But we can talk about fights, you know, how guys get title shots after title shots after title shots when other ranked fighters have been waiting their opportunity. And then you have fighters who are not fighting those fighters who have been waiting for their opportunity. Delays, step-aside fees, sometimes just outright overlooking and skipping fighters for their opportunities. Several of these men on this collage have participated in that and benefited from it. But the sport really loses something when these prominent names are not held to the same regard as others. And then you could talk about the sanctioning bodies, how they have their favorites. Guys who have had multiple shots at titles, like Vasyl Lomachenko, without necessarily going through the ranks. Guys who have held titles, like Tyson Fury, who have not fought ranked fighters and contenders that deserve the title shots. And then Gervonta Tank Davis, he of whom picks from the litter of the lot, even though he is surrounded in a division of talented fighters who could possibly give him a more stringent test than the one that he just faced with Frank Martin on June 15th. All of this culminates with these men being extremely entitled, and the fact that the rules just do not apply to them. So as we go forward, and the year of 2024 has delivered tremendously in quality matchups, we're still trying to shake the fleas out of the bed. And some of these guys, the sport will do so much better when they go away. Because there is, as I've stated so many times, a new crop of talent that's coming along, and they will test the theory of what's now, and they will be put to the test for what their ethics are. But that day is yet to come. But I look forward to the new day. What do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you think about Entitled. The rules do not apply to me. Peace to everyone, and everyone please remain safe.